Oh my god, I forgot about the duel. Guys, welcome back to another video of From the Deck to the White Team. In this case, I'm going to bring you the third part of the series between Chelo and me, and that's going to be the replays for the duels that we had, him with his DDD deck profile and me with his Burnavis Block deck profile. So, before we start, I have an announcement to make, and that is that I am a big dum-dum, and on both sides that we play a match and a duel. I made some big mistakes. So for the first duel that we made it on the day we recorded his deck profile, and that was recorded on YGO Pro, as you remember. So when I changed from YGO Pro to Edo Pro, I deleted accidentally the replay and now I don't have it. But fortunately, he has a copy of that replay and he recorded it with his computer that day. So I'm going to show you that, and I'm going to show you just speedrunning to not waste anyone's time. And second, on the match that we play, I call all the replays the same name, and the first replays, I don't know if it's one or two because I'm not going to tell you the result of the match yet. The first ones got deleted, so yeah, we're only going to see the last duel of the match. So why don't we begin?
So pretty much quickly, this is the first duel that we made when we recorded Chelo's part. So with his hand, I now can see that he couldn't make anything else that what he ends up making. But my hand was also terrible, so I couldn't make a big board if I were going first. So he's going to end his turn with the level 8 Sync Fusion, and Hope Harbinger and some other stuff here. It doesn't matter because Hope Harbinger just negates spells and our deck has really 4 spells. And then we can play our turn free. The interesting part here is that the Link monster, in this case, he can float into an extra deck monster, so we have to be careful with that. But it doesn't matter because it is an negation if we don't destroy Gilgamesh. Back to us, we have to make big decisions because we don't have a great hand either. Gallus is a great milk because he milks a nerd monster, and then we can play from there. Block Dragon, the Raptor, and then Dotscaper. They're going to special summon, and we have to choose between Saryuja and Borosaur. We choose Saryuja because of resources. Block Dragon is going to chain block, and he's going to add us Gigantes, and the two Adamantipator cards, in this case Seeker and Researcher, so we can combo off with some other stuff in the field. Now here I forgot that BA is blow when there is another monster that is not a BA, and I should have gone for Dante instead of Cherubini, but it doesn't matter because we can still combo off. We ended up having a raid board of Boresword with Nat Beast and Saryuja for the battle phase. It is important to remember that Hope Harbinger has another effect, so that's why we attack it first, so we don't die with Boresword, and then we can attack pretty much over the rest of the stuff. But because Gilgamesh floats, he can float into the synchro that negates from DDD, but that doesn't matter because it only negates spells and traps, and we only play 4 of those, so we can pretty much run over it and continue playing in our main phase 2. Our main phase 2 is just a formality to special summon Block Dragon again and Fossil Dyna so he can special summon back, and we end turn on that. On his turn he normal summons the Copernicus foolishes the Necroslime, and then he Ragnaroks or Dyna so he can special summon again, and then he just combos off, but because he doesn't have many resources, he doesn't have any other monsters, so he can't clear our board. Here he makes the level 6 fusion, and then he makes Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga negated all of our monster's effects, and with Kali Yuga he can attack over Border Sword. But because the level 6 is not a monster with great attack, he can clear the board, and he ends up with that. On our turn we need to make a decision, and we go for Nightmare Griffon because that way he can activate his Kali Yuga blowing off his field, and then we can get rid of it with the Curious, sacrificing our Nat Beast and our resources for a Farfa. The best part of this deck is that Block Dragon he can add up to 3 monsters, and Gigantes and the both Emancipator, Researcher and Seeker are the greatest monsters ever made. So we can make our Curious with that, and then we can make our Barking. As I said, with Curious we send Farfa, and then we can just run over the level 6 fusion with the rest of our monsters and just attack for game. In this case we have the duel that is the last duel of the match, and because we won the previous one, he's going to start. He's going to make a board with only one card that is 1 for 1, and he can search pretty much his combo parts, but I think he makes a mistake making Gilgamesh quickly and locking out his extra deck options. Back to us, we have to play against some set cards. Mathematician is going to be Dash Blossom, but it doesn't matter because we have the Teleport. Teleport is going to special summon on level 3, and then we can make Cherubini. Cherubini sends Fiendish, but it's going to be negated the Fiendish with Call by the Grave. It doesn't matter because RNG is our best friend, and that hit with the Jackalope effect, it hits the Faucet lineup, best card that he could hit, and we can pretty much combo off, making Curious to dump Block Dragon and then comboing off from there. We are still here trying to make a board, and with this case I make again a Borrow Sword and Nat Beast again because Nat Beast is one of the worst cards I think I made. Yes. So, what is the problem with this? The problem is that the Link monster floats, and I forgot that again. So I cannot OTK him in this turn. Back to him, it doesn't need much to make a board. Kelper is going to add the other contract, the one that fuses, but it's going to be negated with the Nat Beast. But it doesn't matter because Ragnarok can make pretty big boards, and he is going to banish our Border Sword. That is a big hit, but it's fortunate that the effect is a quick effect, so we can change his Kali Yuga to defense position. He pretty much left us a Block Dragon, and we draw 1 for 1 that is not going to help us, so we can set it just to bluff. We attack with the Block Dragon against Needle Fiber. Needle Fiber is going to make Formula Synchron, and Synchron is going to draw another card, but it doesn't matter. Back on his turn, he has a Ragnarok, he can summon that, so he passes back to us, and we draw a Gigantes. Gigantes special summons itself, and we can just OTK him with that. Anyway guys, that's going to be for today's video. I hope you enjoy it, and if you like it, I recommend you to subscribe, like, share, that stuff that I don't really want to promote, but I have to do. And I hope we can see fortunately next week, as we can continue with our challenge of the Deckmasters mix-up. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Adios.